So Duff's having had a bit of time to reflect on Tuesday night. I bet you're bitterly disappointed.
Yeah, it's still very, very painful. To be winning the game 3-0, and looking, really, it's hard to put into words. It's still really painful. The structure of the team was really good. We were compact. The game plan was to stop them playing into the middle of the park where they're really strong, force them wide, get them into areas that we wanted them into the pitch, and then set traps and then look to counter-attack them. We thought we'd done that unbelievably well for 35 minutes. Could have probably scored 5 in the first half. Alex couldn't have a great opportunity. Duffy had a great opportunity as well. And then, look, I think we've reviewed the game, and then individual errors just cost us really on the night. And they weren't nothing really catastrophic errors, it was just more small errors leading to goals. And we've spoke to the players about, good teams, what they do is one error doesn't lead to a goal. The teammates bailed them out, one error, someone else covers them and helps them out. But on Tuesday night, obviously Lewis has tried to nick in. For the first one, the lads seen it, rolled them to lead to the goal. The second one, Dawes and Brandon's obviously a little bit of miscommunication on the halfway line. The lads nicked in, ran half the pitch, got a corner, and then there's a mix-up in our box, the setup's not right, and then they score from 3 yards out. So all of a sudden, from being 3-0 up, they're going into half-time with their tails up, and we're feeling as if we're losing the game at that point, when actually we're still winning 3-2. And then I think that had a really negative effect on us going out second half. And as I said, we've spoken to the players about it, and we need to be better mentally, and we need to really dig in those games, because when the structure and the setup's right, we look a really threatening team. But look, Radcliffe are a good team, there's no denying it. They move the ball about the pitch really well, but they leave massive gaps down the sides, and I thought we exposed that really well, especially in the first 30 minutes.
You mentioned there about obviously going 3-0 up. Do you sense, sort of a sense of naivety towards, in the second half in particular?
I just think obviously we've got a young team, and it is a learning, it's a learning process, and it's a tough one to learn. Football's the most ruthless industry that you'll be in, and if you don't learn quick, you'll get results like that. What happened on Tuesday night, it's 1 minute you're winning 3-0, and then a lapse of concentration, misjudgment of a situation, and they'll go down the opposite end and score. And I thought through the night we gift wrapped them the goals really.
You mentioned obviously about it being a young squad. How important is Saturday going to be? It gives us the perfect opportunity to bounce back. Just how important is it for a young squad? Obviously this cup run, just how important is it for them?
It's massively important. We go into every game to win. Every game is different. We've done the analysis. We know what they want to do. We know what their strengths are. We know what their weaknesses are. And they're a very direct team. Any time it comes in our half, it's coming into the box. Whether that's from the fullbacks, whether that's from long throws, and they're going to challenge us physically. So we've highlighted this to the players. You've got to step up and be up for the challenge. But look, after such a disappointing defeat on Tuesday night, it's the perfect game for us really to get us all up. It's FA Cup, it's away from home. There'll be a good crowd there, and we need to bounce back. We need to show our mentality, we need to show our desire, and we just got to stick together really. And look, the fans are going to play a massive part in it.
You touched on that. Obviously it is the perfect opportunity to bounce back. Have you told the players sort of to wipe Tuesday from the memory, or use that as energy to obviously try and progress us into the first round proper?
I think because it's such a young squad, I don't think you can just erase it from the memory, because there's some really harsh lessons that we have got to learn from that game. So it's not, I'd never say just brush it under the carpet and just forget about it. I think we've got to use it as motivation for us to learn and go into the games being conscious of what our strengths are and what the opposition's strengths are. And when we do the things that we want to do and we set up the way we did against Radcliffe and we forced them into a certain part of the pitch and the game plan's really working, we look a really, really good team. When we go off script, we go individual, then it looks a little bit all over the place. So it's about learning, and it always can't come from the side. You know, as much as we want to try and get information onto the pitch, you know, sometimes that's got to be sorted out on the pitch, and that's where the experience is massive. And obviously, like I've touched on, they've learned a very harsh lesson on Tuesday night.